Ciryl Gane and Tuivasa in the UFC heavyweight division. Now, we're going to do an early prediction for this one. Now, the first thing that I really look at is going to be the height and is going to be the reach. Ciryl Gane is a very athletically gifted fighter. He's a very tall, very lengthy guy. I mean, not the tallest guy in the heavyweight division, but to have an 83-inch reach advantage, that really allows him to pop off of the jab that we've seen him using over and over and over again inside the UFC against Francis Ngannou, against Alexander Volkov, Derek Lewis, and so on and so forth. He's got really good kicks on the outside, a very, very good jab on the outside that really is aided with that 7-8-inch reach advantage that he usually has in his MMA fights. Now, it's a Tuivasa fight. He's on a 5-6 fight win streak at the moment. If you look at how he's winning, literally every single one of those fights. First shot knockout, first shot knockout, first shot knockout, and then 2 second round knockout wins. That is the only way he's going to beat Ciryl Gane. There's literally a 0.001% chance that if Tuivasa somehow manages to win, that it's a decision. There's literally no way. But Ciryl Gane, he's got a lot of options here. He's got a possibility of actually submitting Tuivasa. He's got a possibility of knocking out Tuivasa in the later rounds. He's got a possibility of just standing the outside, jabbing 1-2 and leg kicking, body kicking, and just overall just being the better striker for 5 rounds and winning a decision on Tuivasa. So making a prediction on how Ciryl Gane is going to win is a very, very tough thing to do. I do have Ciryl Gane winning this fight, but again, how is he going to win the fight? It's very, very tough to pinpoint because there are times he goes out there where he's fighting guys that don't have the most power, like an Alexander Volkov or maybe a Junior Dos Santos at the end of his career, and he's playing a little bit more safe, standing on the outside and just trying to get that decision. That's kind of been what he's doing in his last few fights. Derek Lewis is the only guy to really give him that opening. Junior Dos Santos kind of gave him that opening for the finish. I have a feeling Tuivasa is also going to be able to give him the opening for the finish, but I don't think he's going to land the finish on Tuivasa. We saw Derek Lewis land some big shots on Tuivasa in his last fight. I don't think he's going to knock out I think it's very, very likely whatever punches Ciryl Gane does catch the chin of Tuivasa with, they're just going to come right off the chin. He's not going to go out there and knock out Tuivasa in this fight. I cannot see that happening. And as of right now, the betting odds for the fight, it's crazy. I mean, Ciryl Gane is a crazy 5-1 favorite. I'm assuming the odds are probably going to be 50-50 to go all the way or not. But I think it will go all the way. I don't think Ciryl Gane's going to be able to go out there and knock him out. There is the possibility of submission, which is the only way I could see Ciryl Gane getting a finish here. He does have a lot of submission wins early in his UFC career with an arm triangle on Rafael Pazoa and then a heel hook on Dante Mace. Tuivasa has also lost by arm triangle choke submission to Sergey Spivak a couple of years ago back in 2019. So that's the only thing that really worries me for if the fight goes to a decision or if we see a finish. It's either going to be a submission win for Ciryl Gane, a decision win for Ciryl Gane, or a crazy first or second round knockout win for Tuivasa. I'm leaning to a decision for Ciryl Gane. Right now, 46% are going Ciryl Gane by knockout. I don't see it happening, guys. Derek Lewis is one of the most powerful guys in the UFC heavyweight division. Francis Ngannou, another one of those guys. I mean, Derek Lewis landed some hard shots right on the chin of Tuivasa. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. The submission's much more likely, in my opinion, than a KO there. But I think the fight will go to a decision. About 1/3 of the vote is on that decision. I'm also on that vote. I think Ciryl Gane stays on the outside, mixes in a few takedowns here and there, a little bit of ground and pound, but doesn't get much out of it. He's just going to outstrike on the outside and get a decision win right here. Cannot wait for the fight. The first ever UFC Fight Night in Paris, France. The only fight scheduled for that card just yet. It is an unconfirmed rumor on Tapology, but I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. I mean, everyone knows this fight's going to happen. Ciryl Gane says the fight's going to happen. Tuivasa says the fight's going to happen. So I can't wait for the fight. I think Ciryl Gane, I mean, it's in France. He's from France. They're obviously catering him to actually win this fight. Should be a good one. And I should see a Ciryl Gane decision win right there. But put your predictions down below. Do you guys think that Tuivasa can land that bam, bam shot on the chin of Ciryl Gane and knock him out early on in this fight? Or do you think we're going to see a masterclass, as we usually do, from Ciryl Gane, stand on the outside, knocking him out, submitting him, or decisioning him? Put your thoughts down below in the comment section, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's go.